Listen, y'all want to go back to 2016? Let's go. This was the first show of this caliber that I had ever produced. I mean, I had put together bands and things back home for little performances here and there, but this was my first show of this caliber. At the time, I was brand new to the music scene here in Shanghai. Most of my entertainment experience in China had been as an actor, as a model. Sometimes that involved singing. But let's be clear, that does not make you a singer in these streets, or at least so I thought. I hadn't operated fully as a singer since I'd left the US in 2012. A few jam sessions here, a little performance there. Mostly I was teaching. First ESL, and then once my artist brain kind of started to wake up, I was teaching performing arts as a sneaky English immersion strategy. Very educational, very responsible, very not famous. I was not a public-facing person in the least. Nobody knew me like that. I barely knew me like that. Over the course of time, I had done a couple of Encore Live shows as part of the cast, and those were some of the biggest productions I'd ever been a part of. And by big productions, I mean ones that actually happened. Because I had been part of big productions before, but those productions never made it past rehearsal. So when someone approached me and said, hey, do you want to produce one of these shows? I was like, what? What's wild is I already had ideas. I had been sketching them in a notebook, not planning them, sketching, doodling, fantasizing. Because in my mind, they were too big to say out loud. Then Denise called and said, Ruby, the executive producer for the first two shows, wanted to know if I had any ideas for a new show. Oh, I had ideas, but was deeply in scarcity mode. I thought my idea was too ambitious, too expensive, too who do you think you are? Child, who did I think I was? I wanted to create a show called Seasons of Love, a full arc through the year where we're telling the story of the love cycle. Each season expressed through a different music style that actually felt like that season. Visuals, a big band, 6 singers, ballroom dancers. Meanwhile, I barely knew anybody on the scene. I had people I admired, people I hoped to collaborate with someday. I didn't feel influential enough, though. I didn't feel connected enough. I definitely didn't feel that people would trust me enough with something that big. I remember exactly what Ruby said to me. She said, you're worried about the wrong thing. Your job is to come up with the idea. My job is to make it happen. Ha! So I took a breath and I made the calls. They all said yes. Every single one. And I mean like, of course. And I'm like, what do you mean, of course? Well, we worked our asses off. And I mean worked. And then we performed to a sold out audience at the Sennheiser Shanghai Concert Hall. After the show, people were literally lined up in droves. I had never seen anything like that I've been a part of in my whole life. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh, this is what happens when you stop disqualifying yourself before other people get a chance. My God, what a time. So while we're here, thank you to all the amazing people that took something that meant so much to me and breathed life into it. Thank you so much, Luffy, Denise, Michael, Toby, DB, Naomi, James, Benny, Lisa, Asha, Yevgeny, Latrice, Smokey, me, and of course Ruby. I hope that wherever any of you are in the world, something and someone is making you feel as special as you've made me feel. God bless.